making Michaels someone else. I can't remember. Fuller. But you said no. I think.
Fight!
I mean, I was very tempted to say, instead of Finn, just make Sunset Sean.
You can't just super kick all your best friends through barbershop windows. That's not how it fucking works. Can you imagine Sunset just picking Chris Jericho?
Look.
Chris Jericho's probably the greatest superstar of all time. I don't want to say wrestler because I've seen better wrestlers, but there's no one with the staying power that Jericho's ever had.
Give up?
Because we're still. Jericho has had a longer career than Shawn at this point, and he's done it in multiple companies. That's the kicker. Shawn's only did it in arguably maybe two companies. Let's talk about Jericho. Let's talk about Jericho and how many companies he's done it in. WCW, he was a highlight of that show. We're going to be truthful, right? He was a highlight of the show. Yeah. Not a main eventer, he was a highlight. WWE, main eventer. Bar none.
Give up?
Highlight of the company. Highlight of the... He could have been, but yeah, WCW did a lot of things wrong. He could have been he was a main eventer in WWE, was a highlight of that entire show. Even when he left and came back, not once, but twice. Redefined himself twice. Main eventer, right?
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Okay. New Japan. His career, well, he had great matches with Chris Benoit, even though I know people, still are iffy. Great matches there. Chris Benoit left, came back. Big special main event guy comes in, wrestles like some of the best that New Japan has to offer.
Yeah. His
big deal.
Kenny was
big fucking deal.
Yeah.
He's a not only Kenny, Naito, Okada. He's got Tanahashi at Tokyo Dome. He faced Evil. Which I love Evil. Evil's probably going to be IWGP Heavyweight Champion, or definitely in that mix soon.
Okay, I will concede that Chris Jericho is probably one of the greatest superstars of all time.
AEW too.
Can you at least concede that Shawn is the best WWE superstar of all time?
Give up?
Are we talking overall?
Yeah.
Because Hogan was the bigger star.
Well, Hogan was the bigger star.
Rock was arguably a bigger star, but he wasn't the better wrestler.
Well, that's the thing. I'm talking overall. Hogan and Rock were always going to be bigger than Shawn.
This is hard because we're going overall. Really, at this point, I can't put Bret in there because Bret was not that top echelon superstar that Shawn was. I hate to say it, even though I think Bret was there in the wrestling ability.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're debating between two people. Debating Austin or you're debating Michaels. Because despite what anyone says, I think Austin is just as good a wrestler as Shawn is in his own way. He knows how to tell a story. They both do.
Yeah. And I would argue Shawn because, well, okay, Austin defined a generation.
Give up?
But he was stuck to that generation. Shawn I do not think that would have been the case if he didn't leave. I think Austin could have easily have drawn people today as he did back then.
Give up?
Because it's still the same. It's still kind of the same thing. Fuck management.
Yeah, but Austin made the choice to retire. He has made it very clear he doesn't want to come back.
Yes.
Michaels came back during the Ruthless Aggression era and did some of his best work there.
Okay. I'm going to put it this way. If we're talking the highest point, I put Austin. If we're talking overall career, Michaels.
Yeah.
And the highest point isn't that much of a difference, but like as much as I hate to say it, Michaels, you could always tell, like even his tag team, thing, he came into WWE as a big deal. He was a tag team specialist,
Yeah.
Austin's whole thing is the ringmaster.
Give up.
And that was...
It wasn't a terrible gimmick.
It wasn't. It's his worst gimmick. Stunning Steve was better, and we all know that was better.
But that's comparative.
Yeah.
It wasn't a terrible gimmick in concept.
Oh, of course. No, and it fit perfect because there was that quote that apparently it'll take you longer to get over, but once you're over, you'll stay over.
Yeah.
That was probably that quote I think was from DiBiase, I think, when he was paired with Austin, and it was true.
Yeah,
it's true. So yeah, I think Michaels definitely is a better overall than Austin is, but like at that rate, you're doing overall,
See, the wild card in all of this is how does Undertaker? Because say what you will about Undertaker. If you compare him to Michaels, he's not that great a wrestler. He's just an incredible stage performer.
We have I have a certain thing of Taker, and he's been falling recently on my list.
Yeah,
because
they've been...
Because, I hate to say it, but probably after the Brock Mania match, he should have...
They've been beating a dead horse.
Yes. I love Taker. He's great. And I know that he's had, matches with Giant Gonzalez in his streak that he couldn't make look good, but Giant Gonzalez, you can't make... no one can make Giant Gonzalez look good. I don't care what anyone says about that whole thing.
I don't think Brett could make Giant Gonzalez look good.
Right. Brett has enough trouble with Yokozuna. But...
See, here's the thing, Potterhead. Austin can make his wrestling look good. It's just everyone focuses around, punch, 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 Luthez, punch, 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 Stunner.
He's good. He is great when you give him someone who can actually, who is at least average in the ring. If you put him against someone like who can't wrestle, you have an issue. I think Sean could make a broomstick with a good match, as they quote. By the way, Octavia beats Maud.
I mean, okay, so I'm 4-3.
So Spitfire